Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, June, back with some more Pirate101 content. Today we're not gonna do the simple. We're not doing really anything that's been done before yet on my channel. I kinda did it, but at the same time I didn't. We're gonna be taking a different approach finally from when I tried to do that whole companion thing. Today we're gonna be doing the companion showcase of the beginning 5 companions you get for all your classes. So for every single person you get it from, you got from musketeers, privateers, swashbucklers, buccaneers, and witch doctors. We're gonna be going ahead and talking about the Mooshu 5, which is gonna be Shen. Load up the page. Shen, Wutang, or Wing Chun, Wagyu, Sanjiro, or Kobe, Temujin, or I can't believe I forgot his name. Sabudai, and Kitsuyagi or Kanpo. We're gonna go ahead and do. We're gonna go ahead and do some. We're gonna go ahead and talk about them, the origin. Obviously we are in Mooshu right now, as you guys can see, the area, the landscape, everything. We are currently in good old-fashioned Mooshu, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about the 5 companions you get in the beginning and talk about what their abilities are, what you should give them, the origin story if I know them, and how you should use them in battle. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Now there's not many sources you can get for the certain companions. I know you can watch the videos and read the lore on the newsletter on the Pirate101 web pages. You can go look at that. I'm not going to link that. You guys should know what the Pirate101 URL is. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about Shen and tell you guys what I'd give him. Normally, he is just a pure tank strength. But he's also a really good damage dealer and a good counter to swashbucklers and to musketeers. He can take hits from musketeers if you give him the right resistance, or you give him armored. He's very strong in the front. He has turn 2 at his final promotion, level 70. So we're gonna go ahead and give him the epics. Normally, what I like to give Shen is I'd like to give him, since he already knows first strike 1, he won't really need it. He needs a second chance because he will miss. I also like to give him Relentless and Blade Storm. Blade Storm just because he has 2 automatic cards to go right after to make him use it. Plus, if he Blade Storms and he has Turn to Tide 2 on, he will just be able to just keep going. Which leads me to Relentless. Relentless 2. And normally, I like to give him Blade 3, but since Relent 3 is better, we're going to go ahead and do Relent 3. And for the last one, I don't really give him Repel Borders. I don't find it helpful for me. I do see people who have Repel Borders on Shen, and they do dress the line for Privateers, giving him Repel 3. It's not a bad idea, but in my honest opinion, if I have to use a card in order to get a companion to get that next rank, if I really needed it, I'd be desperate, but normally I'm not desperate in these situations, so I always go for Blade Storm 2. Alright, for talents, of course, typical thing to do, you give the companions more damage, so you want to give them some strength, their normal stat increase, and it gives them attack increase, as you can see. It scales up along with it. He's a buccaneer, so armored is the best option all the time. You always want to give him as much armor as you can in the beginning, as you scale on through. Accuracy is also one of the priorities. You wanted to make sure that they hit. I mean, even if they have second chance is nice to have. And this is between, but since you're level 70, priority wise, I would just split the points in rough and dodgy between the 2 of these guys, and stat wise to choose from, so you know which one you're taking, which one you're picking. And I chose rough all the way up instead of going for dodgy, but dodgy is nice to have whenever he does get low. But I'll switch it later. Normally I like to have rough all the way up to give him all that weapon power. As much as dodgy's nice, it won't help if he has Turn to Tide and he ends up dying. So he needs to pretty much be on his last stand when he has Turn to Tide with this and just start wailing damage. So that's Shen for ya. We'll move on to the next character. Alright, so the next character we got, I'm going to be talking, is Mr. Wutang himself, not the Wutang clan. Alright, so Wutang, he's a privateer. he had the most recent, not smuggler or not a rogues gallery, but he had the most recent lore explanation in the Pirate101 article, so you guys will take a look at that. He has a lot of good talents. If you're against witch doctors, you always want witch hunter. Anything that has to do with like a spell-based damage dealer. You're gonna want to give Wutang some good old-fashioned. I like to get him all the way up to a second repose for fun, but I think he can. Pretty sure you can let him relentless 3. Let me look. No, okay, that's actually pretty interesting. I'm gonna reset him again. Riposte 1, okay, can he, there's just things that I haven't even learned about this guy yet. Yeah, so he can learn Repel Borders 3, so it's nice to learn for that. Get him Relentless in there as well, and then get him Blade Storm for easy crits. For an extra point, you can either give him Relentless for another attack to roll dice, or you can give him Riposte, which will give him a second time for him to dodge and then give a bonus attack. Technically, Relentless can do the same thing, but Riposte, you know, it's just like that. So I think I would just like to go with Relentless for the better dice roll. So standard privateer, you want to give him maximum spirited because it's their main base that increases their power. By the way, this guide, guys, this companion showcase is more of a decision making on fighting. I use all my companions, all 9 pages of mine, even if they're the trashy ones people would say. I say otherwise. Since he's gonna be in the front a lot with repel borders, we're gonna need him to be tough when he gets hit by first strikes. The next thing you want to do is you want him to be accurate and dodgy at the same time. So we're gonna go ahead and split our points between them until they run out for talent wise. He does get a give an accuracy buff, but he is still inclined to missing a lot as a privateer. Next, normally, if you want to be the guy who wants to make his repel borders very useful, you want to use armored. But if you want to do damage doing repel borders, I like to do rough, and that's what I normally like to put onto him. So now he's just a 276. I don't really think if you're into damage, you give rough. If you're not into damage, you give dodgy, so then he can make use of repulse and keep on doing relentless and blade storm. The reason why you want that dice to roll is just to keep on going for an attack, because his attack isn't as high as most of your beginning companions. Alright, so that's Wutang for you. We'll move on to the next segment. Alright, for our next companion, we're going to be talking about Mr. Wagyu Sanjiro, or what we like to call Overkill Cal, which is Kobe, but you know, we won't be seeing him for a while. Swashbuckler, he has Swashbuckler Stab, which is a good counter to Buccaneers, decreasing their armor and their strength by half, so then they're not allowed to crit as much, and their armor is cut in half. So if they're very tanky, you can do focus fire, and you can literally just burst them down right after that. So Wagyu, okay, so what I'd like to give him, just any swashbuckler I love to give, I just love to give Riposte 3, because Riposte 3 is just broken. Basically all it does is every time they dodge, they get an extra bonus attack, which leads me to Relentless and giving this Relentless and Blade Storm. So I give him 2 Relentless to get the dice roll on the Blade Storm for the extra critical attack, letting him give another hit. Now standard, you know, standard stuff for swashbucklers, you want to give him agility. It's a definite thing to give any swashbuckler, along with rough to do maximize the damage, because it gives him all the way up to 400 400 attack, and then you know with a privateer you can increase the attack. You also want to, of course, split it again between accurate and dodgy, only because you want to make sure repulse is a thing that it can keep that it'll hit, that he will dodge the attack, and then it'll hit if he does do a counter attack. So those 2 are what I like to give, and then you finish it up with whatever you really choose for Wag. For swashbucklers, you want to give him either armored or you want to give him tough. So he has 2,000 health and his armor is 35, so they're not very strong in taking hits. They will die very easily to, you know, like magic attacks that deal magic damage. So again, be careful when you have with swashbucklers against a witch doctor. Anything that's like range based, like Overwatch based, you want to make sure that you don't have a swashbuckler in that battle. You want to make sure that most of the opponents you're going to be going up against with the swashbuckler are physical based. So in the endeavor of having a problem with health and this, just giving him an extra 10 points of hit will just let him live longer in a fight. So I'm going to give him tough. I could have given him armored, but in most situations it's a good jack of trades between having to deal with a lot of damage and a lot of death. Alright, we're gonna move on to the next companion. Alright, our next companion is the Horse Khan himself, Mr. Temujin. Alright, so what I learned as I played Valence 2 is Vengeance 3 is always the best thing to have. So pick Vengeance 3 right off the bat. You want Blaze Storm for the 2 abilities. Oops, sorry about that. Because he has Super Strike and Buccaneer Smash. Which Buccaneer Smash? Yeah, Buccaneer Smash. Damn it. It decreases agility and accuracy, and it's very, very helpful in fighting enemies that are swashbuckler based. And he's good to be a frontliner, so you want him to have Vengeance 3 so he can stun just in case. Then give him Relentless for an extra coverage. Now you want the dice roll like I usually keep saying to people, so we're gonna go for Relentless 2, and also can go for one more. I like Blade 3. But I like Relent 3 better. So now he has Relent 3, Venge 3, and Blade Storm 3. Blade Storm just 1. He just needs Blade Storm 1 because all he needs to do is Super Strike. He gets a Blade Storm. He can keep rolling Relentless until he crits again. He can roll it again. There's just a better chance for him to keep on rolling Relentless, and it's just going to be helpful for him in the long run. Now, standard Buccaneer build. Give him all the strength he can give to these companions. Anytime they're Buccaneered, literally just the first few stats are what are recommended, and yes, it's just the most recommended ideal thought for each character, and I don't disagree with KI at all on what they're choosing with stat wise. Like, you can mess with certain companions and with their attack style, but this is what I like to give. So give him accurate to make sure that their Vengeance Strike actually hits, so then that Sun has a good chance. Dodgy this time is not for him. I do not want to give him Dodgy because he has Relentless. So he already has a good base on slamming him down, so just give him that last point at Dodgy. So his dodge is 120, but you can give him an increased dodge if your team build is with El Toro and yourself. So you can give, you know, Esprit de Corps, or however you freaking say it, and then you have like the Privateer final tier, which gives 100% or 75% of that. So basically, you already give a buff by yourself where you can use the balloon in the battle, and that should help your companion Temujin stay longer in the battle. We'll move on to the last companion here. Alright, and last but not least, our good old friend Kanpo, aka Ketsuke, in this character. Now, again, Swashbuckler, Repulse 3. If you already know Repulse 1, you already know it. Just give them Repulse 3. You will not regret it. Alright, next, you want to do Relentless and Blade Storm so you can keep on hitting. Give him Relentless 2. If you can learn Relentless 3, he can't. So, you do not want Repel nor Flanking on a goat who has Shadow, Walk in Shadows. It's a bad idea. Instead, you want to give him Blade Storm 2. Might as well. If he gives Critting, which he has one of the highest crit chances in the game, as I know right now, more than even Wagyu, except for when I played the Smuggler's Arena, he has a better idea. So, again, standard Swashbuckler build, give him the agility, give him the rough, give him the accuracy, and give him the dodgy. And I will assure you that if you just let them do the damage as what they're properly made for as a Swashbuckler, they're a 1v1er type of deal. It's just perfect for them. They can just destroy a single target, squishies. If you can focus them, they can even take a Witch Doctors, and plus he has a heal. He's one of the other companions who can only really heal. Next to Wutang, everyone else is just made for damage dealing and to distract and deal some stat breaking damage, which is pretty good. It's not OP necessarily, but this is very helpful. Now, since he's going to be mostly up close and he's going to have to be fighting people up close, he's going to need some armor, so I give him armor for the last point instead of health like Wagyu. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and show us some gameplay of our companions in action, so I'll see you guys in just one moment. Alright, we're back. We're going to go ahead and do this little battle in, final battle around Mooshu, the Fire Temple. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and choose the first three. go ahead and show off to you guys here. Alright. Alright, so we got here we got all bucks and a privy. Okay, so standard thing, my privateer is usually made for buffing, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop the, let's see what lasts longer right now. Alright, we're gonna do fighting feather. We're gonna go ahead and send him in for a fight with the Oni. Give the free buff. My mistake, I forget that I do need to give Wutang to be next to me, as in like first before Shen. He has the increased accuracy buff, which is what you always want to do. He's not messing the day, boys. I guess that was his first try. Yep, there it is right there. Increasing the dodge, letting him crit, and he finishes it off without even having to do his regular crit animation. They do magic damage, that's really weird.
Of course. As you wish. As you wish.
This should end it. Wutang won't be doing much damage, but let's see if his... He's more of the frontliner, so I should have put him in the front to let him get the Repel Warders 3 to be more helpful. But normally, anyone with Repel Warders 3 are more helpful than the enemies that are much tougher to fight. So if they're like walking up to you, it'll help Wutang just let them decrease accuracy. Oh jeez. I've never seen him do that, funny enough. Alright. That should be the end. Alright, there's the first 3. I'll go ahead and show you guys the next 2 here in just one moment. I'll pick my battle. Alright, we're back on this one, or this one's a different one, so we're gonna go ahead and do this one. This one's gonna be simple. I'm gonna go ahead and pick our last 2 contestants, and we'll just pick one random, I guess.
Sorry guys, give me 1 second. Okay, there we go.
I was holding it on my phone. Ah, now I'm stuck. Alright, okay. Now, let's go ahead and just do the standard thing. We're gonna go ahead and turn, move in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's going the other way now. It wasn't like that last time. Great. It's funny how he sets up. Oh, look at that, repulse 3 right there. Doing massive damage first strike. Repulse 3 again, he dodges, even increasing more. Nah, he isn't relentless. And this should kill him. There you go. Rip. Vengeance 3. Stunned. Exact reason why you want Vengeance 3. Oof. Oh wow, look at that, I got swash gear. That's funny, where's his chest at? Oh, there it is, okay. Alright, so since we won and we did our nice little video of content, I'm going to end it here, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video on my companion showcase on the 5. I will leave timestamps in the description if you're at this point already in the video. Good job watching through all of it. Hope you guys took some of the stuff that I said seriously and actually thought about it. I am very picky about my ideas and characters and what I do, and I'm also known to be a tactician, so I know how to pick my battles and what I need to do. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave me some feedback. Don't be very rude about certain things you should say to the content creator. You gotta tell them some things that actually mean something to them over how they sound, and that's just quite rude. Looking at you, the person who said that in one video. Like I said, you don't like me, it's your choice, just don't be out loud about it. I'm doing content to give it to other people, not just to you. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, but today's video on the Pirate101 Companion Showcase. We'll see you guys in the next Companion Showcase where we talk about Bonnie Ann, Ratbeard, and Old Scratch. See ya!